How's it going, guys? Jake from Boatman UK here. Now in front of me here you will see a bait boat, and this is the Vulcan Mini basic bait boat. Now this boat has been highly anticipated. A lot of people, including ourselves of course, have been waiting quite some time for this boat to come in, and we're very happy to say that they're finally actually in stock and on the shelf and ready to go. As this video is made, we've currently got plenty of stock in. These are priced at £299 plus £10 delivery, so a grand total of £309 delivered to your door. These are a fantastic bait boat, and in this video I'll be going through a bit of a user guide, so we'll be looking at the remote and what the buttons do, and a bit of a basic guide as to what the boat's capable of and what it can do. We do also do a GPS version of this bait boat as well, which I'll be doing a separate video for, but if you're looking for a basic model, or you already own a basic model and you're looking for a bit of an instruction guide, stay tuned and you'll be able to see in greater detail what this boat's capable of and how to use it.
Check this out.
Okay.
I look good.
Okay. On the street and I got my swag on.
Now, being top load rig, this means that this boat is a lot easier to use than your traditional boat. Instead of having to go in through the underside, you can just simply fold open the top door and lay your rig in from the top. Another thing is also for the size of the boat, it has excellent hopper capacity. As you can see just here, the amount of bait you can actually fit in if you wanted to. The booklet states 1 kilo. We actually believe it's more like 1.5 kilos. It's quite a bit more than our actor bait boat by comparison, which is our other smaller size or compact size bait boat. You can fit quite a lot more in the Vulcan Mini. And as you can see here, it's a single press, one large hopper on the remote. Really simple to use. Okay, so we've got our Vulcan Mini in the water. Now, one thing I will just quickly say is it's very cold today, so the pond that we use here for our video purposes is quite frozen over. I've just cleared this section here, so we're not going to be able to do as much sailing as I'd really like, but it still gives us a good enough area to test the boat and to give you guys a good idea of, for video purposes, of what the boat can do. So like I mentioned, this video specifically is for the basic version. I will be covering a video at a later date for the GPS variant as well, but for the basic version, what does basic mean? So what we consider as basic is just a fundamental basic bait boat, so no GPS, no autopilot, no sonar, just a simple remote control. You control the boat with manually. You drop your rig off manually or your bait and you bring it back manually. There's nothing fancy, it's nice and simple, and if you just need a simple bait boat just to get to certain areas, or just for ease of having a bait boat and not having to cast, for example, then a basic's perfectly fine for you. But one nice feature specifically with the Vulcan Mini Basic is it does still have somewhat of a return to home feature. Now, it's not exactly a return home feature where you press a button and it does it under GPS, but it has a smart feature, what's called shore directional. So if I bring the remote up to the camera, you will see on the screen we have the orientation that the boat is facing, which you can completely program and change yourself. As a matter of fact, what I'll do, I'll turn the boat around and I'll display and demonstrate how to do this. So we've got the boat facing that way, so we're facing pretty much horizontally opposite from the direction that I'm facing. And in order to set and calibrate this, what we're going to do, we're going to press and hold this button here, and you will see it says keep the boat facing forward and then press enter. If you're happy with the position of the orientation, you can then press this tick button here, and that will save your orientation. So as the boat rotates, so if I just sail out a little bit, as the boat rotates, you will see so does this on the remote as well. Now, it's always going to be a little bit behind, but this is where our return home or shore directional feature comes into play. So let's say, for example, we've got a rig out, let's say over here where my finger's pointing. We could set our offset or our rotation adjustment to over there, and if I just get the boat in picture, there we go, you'll see if I press this home button or this house button, what the boat will do is it will turn 180 degrees and it will head the opposite direction. You can see we're getting caught up on a bit of ice. You still have to manually stop the boat, so it will automatically engage this return home feature for 1 minute. But it's a cool little feature, meaning that if you're dropping a rig off, you can sink your line, you can press that button, and you can have it start coming towards you without you having to actually manually sail it. Whilst I have the remote in front of the camera, let's go through a few things. So here we have our signal strength. Here we have what we're doing with the boat. So we're currently in park. If we go forward, it goes forward. If we go down, it goes backwards. Here we have our battery life for our boat and our battery life for the remote. Obviously, we've got the orientation or the pitch of the boat, the direction it's facing based on what you calibrated and put it as. Here we have our hopper animation. So for example, if I open the hopper by pressing this button, you will see that animates to open. And on these boats, it is a manual close to close the hopper. So pressing it again, unfortunately, won't open it again because it's already open. And another nice feature, even though this is a basic, you still get adjustable speed settings. So H is for high, M is for medium, and L is for low, and that's adjusted by this little dial on the left here. Here on the right hand side we have our auto forward, so like all of our boats do, we have an auto forward feature built in as standard. So if we press that, it will go straight forward in the direction you're facing for 1 minute. Now you can do this for up to 3 minutes. If you press it once, it will go 1 minute, twice it will go 2 minutes, and three for 3 minutes. And I can't go too far because, as I mentioned, we're very much frozen over here at the moment. This is our headlight button. If we single press it, it will turn the headlights on and off. Unfortunately, you probably won't see it in this light. You can just about see it, but it also backlights the buttons on the remote as well. If we press and hold, so if I just turn the boat back around, if we press and hold this, it will actually turn all the lights off, including the rear lights, as you'll see have just gone off there as well. So you can turn all the lights off on this model. This button here I will return to because this is for the menu. You won't ever really need to use the menu, but you have got a little menu feature on this boat as well. This is used for navigating through the menu. This is basically left and right, and this is your confirm or your OK button. This, as I mentioned, if you press and hold, is to calibrate the pitch of the boat. This is your compass calibration, so if we press and hold this, you'll see that the compass will start calibrating and the boat will start going around in circles, and this is to ensure when you're in auto forward that the boat stays on a dead straight path. Now that our compass is finished calibrating, we can continue. So here we have our pairing button, so you press and hold this to pair the remote if you ever need to pair it again. Here we have, as I mentioned, our return home or return to shore feature, as they call it. This is your hopper button, so this is to open your hopper. And then the final button is this one here, and if we press and hold that, it will come up with the offset or yaw adjustments. This basically allows you to adjust and input RPM to each motor individually. So if you're finding that you're having the boat veer to one direction, you can adjust it on here. I'm not going to go into depth of that because obviously you shouldn't need to really adjust that. And in order to exit off this, you can press and hold this again, and it should return you back to the menu or home, or you can go through the menu. Now, final thing to cover on this remote is the menu, so let's press that button and you'll see there's a couple things here. You've got set bow direction, which is, as I mentioned, that is your what I call the pitch adjustment, which is on the home screen. We have remote pairing, which again you can do via the buttons. So one thing I will quickly cover and say is all of this in the menu that's in this menu screen here, you've got shortcuts via the buttons. So basically it's everything that you've got on the buttons is all in the menu as well, just as an additional backup, just in case for some reason you can't navigate or find it, you can do it through the menu alternatively. Now there's a number of really good things about the Vulcan Mini that's the reason why they're going to be popular, including the price point. So right now, if you decide to pre-order a Vulcan Mini Basic on pre-order, you can get them for £274, which is an absolute bargain. When they're in stock, they're going to go back to their normal price, which is going to be £299. And for a basic bait boat that has all of these features, including the top load rig, like I mentioned earlier on in the video, where you can just open the door, load your rig in through the top, and something that still has a really good hopper capacity for its size, as you can see here. I mean, I don't think there's going to be another bait boat on the market quite like it for its price point. Another nice feature, which I know makes everybody laugh, is its waterproof capabilities. And when I say waterproof, I genuinely mean it. We can literally throw this boat in the water, not have to worry about it because it's entirely waterproof, and so is the remote. Now the only downside is this water is very, very cold. Now I'm going to have to quickly go and fish these out. And the perks don't just end there either. You're getting really good battery life. On a full charge, you're going to get around 4 to 5 hours of playtime, which is more than enough in most cases. Remotes also use a USB-C charging port now as well, meaning that you can use certain fast chargers, which will help you get battery life back into the remote even quicker than you could before on the previous type. The batteries on the Vulcan Mini are internal, which may be a bit of a drawback for certain people. Obviously, I understand that because obviously if you're concerned about battery life, if you're doing a week away, for example, then battery may be a concern. But of course, you can also use power banks to charge these things up. The batteries inside the Vulcan Mini are also fast charge batteries as well, meaning that they do generally tend to charge pretty quickly by comparison. They also have 2 ports on the top of the boat that some of you may be wondering what that's for, and that is to vent the actual inside of the boat. So whilst you're charging, if you open the ports for the first 10 minutes whilst you're charging, whilst there's heat dissipation, it will automatically operate a fan which will allow the boat to breathe and allow the boat to ventilate. And you can also operate this manually as well. So if you're on charge and you're, let's say for some reason you're a bit concerned that you've got moisture or condensation or anything like that inside the boat, you can also ask the fan to automatically kick in by pressing the power button, and that will operate the fan for you whilst it's on charge as well. Like all the boats here at Boatman UK, the Vulcan Mini is also covered for 12 months warranty as well. UK based 12 months warranty as well, I may add. This literally covers everything you see, the boat, the remote, batteries, the lot. The Vulcan Mini has 12 months warranty on the whole lot. So if you do have any issues, rest assured that you can get in touch with us and we can get it sorted for you. Another thing as well is the boats are complete with a bunch of other goodies as well, including a cleaning cloth. Of course, you get your chargers, you get a user manual, and of course, the most importantly, the batteries, because there are certain brands of boats out there where the boat initially seems cheap, but then you've got to add on a load of extras. What you see and what you're paying for is exactly what you get. A whole boat with the batteries, the chargers, the whole works, absolutely everything. There is nothing else you need. There are no extra hidden costs. So I hope this video helps instruct and guide you on what you need to know about the Vulcan Mini. Of course, my opinion is going to be biased, but this genuinely is, for the size, an absolutely fantastic boat, and I don't think there's anything quite like it on the market just yet. For its small compact size with such a good capacity, being top loading, great battery life, fully waterproof, the list is really genuinely endless. So definitely worth taking a look at if you are considering a new bait boat. And of course, we do a variety of other models and also other guides for our other models as well, which you can take a look through in our other videos. Thank you for watching and take care.